I was sitting there and as they wrapped me, all of a sudden it sort of hit me like, oh, wait a second, I didn't soak this up enough. I didn't kind of make the most of it. I didn't say goodbye to everyone or whatever. And
Chris Hemsworth is an Australian actor and model. Perhaps best known for his role as Thor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Chris Hemsworth has carved out a noteworthy presence in the film industry as one of Hollywood's top leading men. He's proven his range and versatility as an actor by taking roles in various films that challenge him to surpass his superhero persona. During his career, he's won a Teen Choice Award, 3 People's Choice Awards, an MTV Movie Award, and a Kids' Choice Award. In 2021, Queen's birthday honors, he was appointed a member of the Order of Australia.
golf cart. This is a neighbourhood you drive golf carts around. And my son's sitting in the back seat, and my other son and my daughter and my wife's there, and they're driving. And he's sort of looking at the thing.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Christopher Hemsworth, but is also known as Chris. He was born on August 11th, 1983 in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, making him 38 at the time of this production. He stands 1.9 meters or 6 feet 2 inches tall. He's a fan of Australian football and backs Western Bulldogs. He remained a star of the 2014 Everything's Possible campaign of the Australian Football League. He's closely associated with the Australian Childhood Foundation and supports children facing neglect and abuse. He's a dedicated supporter of such a cause and spends both time and money protecting children from such a quandary. Thor is a character that's meant to be muscular and strong-looking, as characterized by the famous comic book writer Stan Lee in his comics. He's the god of thunder and lightning, who always possesses a hammer called Mjolnir and never backs out of a fight. To play the role of Thor in the Marvel series, Chris Hemsworth was asked to gain at least 20 pounds of muscle mass in order to become a perfect fit for the role. The movie Crocodile Dundee was based on Chris Hemsworth's uncle, Rod Ansel, the Bushman, was the inspiration for the movie. Whether or not that motivated him to get into film in one way or another is tough to say, but it's still a notable fact. Chris Hemsworth is very close to his Avengers co-stars. Of course, it's obvious due to the chemistry and relationship he shares with all of them. For him, actors like Tom Hiddleston, Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, and Robert Downey Jr. are just like family. He got close to them during their time on set together while shooting. Chris Hemsworth has even stated that Tom is a member of the family and that the Hemsworths have basically adopted him as one of their own. Some stars don't mind paparazzi and keep moving along their way. Moreover, they even like to be followed by the paparazzi and being clicked constantly by them. But Chris Hemsworth finds it bothersome if he's surrounded by paparazzi while trying to have some quality time with his wife, 3 kids, and family. He's very protective and doesn't want to be approached at all when he's on vacation or living his personal life apart from his profession. Hemsworth auditioned for the role of Thor only after urging from his Cabin in the Woods director Joss Whedon. In 2014, The People magazine tabbed him that year's Sexiest Man Alive in a yearly feature. Chris has said that he also has a passion for surfing, among a lot of other activities. After being introduced by a talent agent, William Ward, in 2010, Chris and Elsa Pataki embarked on a whirlwind romance that saw them getting hitched during a family trip to Indonesia that same year. Since then, they've had their ups and downs, but have always remained unshakable. And then they decided to get married in 2010. The pair married in December that year over the Christmas holidays. The couple's blessed with 3 children, a daughter, India Rose, who was born May 11th, 2012, and Sasha and Tristan, their twin sons, who were born on March 18th, 2014.
Work, and I'm on set. It brings him in and she's like, I got to take him to the doctor, I think. I'm like, he's fine. He's not even crying. He's fine. He's like, I pick him up. You're right, buddy? He's like, ugh.
Chris Hemsworth was born to Craig Hemsworth and Leonie as their second child among 3 sons. He has English, Irish, Scottish, and German ancestry. His father's a social services counselor, while his mother's an English teacher. His parents raised him and his brothers in Melbourne and in the remote interior of Australia called Outback in Northern Territory. He studied at the well-known co-educational government secondary college Heathmont College in Heathmont, Victoria. After a few years, his family relocated to the south-southeast of Melbourne, Victoria, on an island called Phillip Island. Chris Hemsworth began his acting career with a variety of appearances in Australian television shows. This included roles on shows like The Saddle Club, Guinevere Jones, Neighbors, and Martial Law. Chris Hemsworth took a major step forward when he auditioned for a role on Home and Away, a major Australian soap opera. He eventually booked a recurring role and appeared in 171 episodes. He left the show of his own accord in 2007 as he wished to explore greater challenges. Although Home and Away added to Hemsworth's notoriety and provided him with the time he needed to fine-tune his acting abilities, tackling Hollywood was an entirely different challenge. Those involved in the American film industry were generally unfamiliar with Australian television, so Hemsworth was essentially starting from scratch. He participated in the Australian light entertainment reality show Dancing with the Stars Australia in its 5th season that premiered on September 26, 2006. His partner in the show was professional dancer Abby Ross. He was eliminated, being 6th on November 7, 2006. Embarking into films, he essayed a bit role of George Kirk in the 2009 released blockbuster American science fiction adventure Star Trek, directed by J.J. Abrams. It was followed by the August 2009 thriller adventure A Perfect Getaway, where he played Kale. His real breakthrough in films came with the 2011 American superhero film Thor, based on the Marvel Comics character bearing the same name. Hemsworth was instantly on their radar as far as Hollywood was concerned, and he reprised his role in films like The Avengers, Thor: The Dark World, Avengers: Age of Ultron, Thor: Ragnarok, Avengers: Infinity War, and Avengers: Endgame. In 2015, he played a convicted computer hacker, Nicholas Hathaway, in action thriller mystery film Black Hat, tickled the funny bones as Stone Crandall in the comedy flick Vacation, and played Owen Chase in adventure drama In the Heart of the Sea, apart from playing Thor in The Avengers: Age of Ultron. It was announced on October 13, 2020, that Chris will star in the Mad Max Fury Road spin-off, Furiosa.
Guy gets the cast off. A day or two later, I'm cooking dinner, and he's standing over on the bench top, and he's like, "Papa," I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Look, my leg's better." I'm like, "No!" He leaps off the bench.
Chris Hemsworth enjoys some of the biggest salaries in Hollywood. In 2013 alone, Chris Hemsworth earned $58 million thanks to roles in Rush and Thor. Between June 2016 and June 2017, Chris earned $30 million from his various endeavors. Between June 2017 and June 2018, he earned $65 million. Between June 2018 and June 2019, Chris earned $75 million, giving him the rank of 24th on Forbes' list of highest-paid celebrities. He has a total net worth of $130 million. In 2013, Chris paid $4.8 million for a home in Malibu's Point Dume neighborhood. The seller was fellow Australian icon Paul Hogan. Just 3 years later, Chris sold the home for $7 million, which was actually $500,000 above asking. Back in Australia, Chris reportedly spent $15 million constructing a large mansion in Byron Bay, New South Wales. Chris Hemsworth owns the following cars: an Audi Q7, a Cadillac SRX, a Cadillac Escalade, an Acura MDX, an Audi R8 V10.